Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the 4th episode of Monkeyball TV, the previews for the 5th Annual World Championships. I'm Andy, he's Andy, Commissioner. You know the deal. Let's get right down to it. Group C and D.
Group C and D.
Group C and D. Love it. Who do you like in Group C? I want your premier matches, and then I want your top 7. I want it. Give it to me.
All right. Well, and the reason you asked for the top 7 is once again, from these two groups, the last 7 standing out of each group, C and D, will advance to the afternoon, which should be everyone's goal. So my top matches from Group C. First of all, I like a pair of matches toward the top of the bracket. Katie McFadden plays Mike Connell. Matt Whitfield plays Andrew Hicks. Anyone could come out of that group of 4. Someone's going to lose those first 2 games and be gone for the day.
Mostly because we've never seen, who have we seen play out of that group? Who have you seen?
I've seen Hicks, my boy, and Katie McFadden.
I've seen Whitfield and McFadden, and I wasn't impressed by either.
I've seen Whitfield at the Hooters Open 2007. He wasn't very good.
No.
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay,
Matt.
moving on.
Jim Shelley, number 7 seed, playing Keith Hagan. Keith is a rookie this year. I've played with him a couple times, a couple practice matches.
So you got game?
I think he's going to have game. I think he's been practicing. He's going to pinch. And I'm expecting Keith Hagan to make a run.
God, is it just me or do rookies scare the out of you?
Rookies, you never know what you're getting.
You never
It's a crapshoot.
have no idea. They could be playing every single day after work. They could be putting in 2-3 hours of practice every day, just knocking, just dropping balls.
You don't know what you're getting out of rookies. You don't know what you're
Or they
getting.
could be super crappy.
Which is typically the case.
Yeah, typically. Anyway,
one other first round match. I like Jo Keitel. We both like Jo Keitel.
I like her.
She's playing.
She's tratty though.
She's playing is it Emma Hens?
Emma Hens.
9 years old? 10 years old? Emma Hens, little blonde. Watch out, Jo Keitel. She'll bring it. In the second round, you have a potential of Emma's dad, Troy, playing against Andy. This will be could be your first match of the day. And
Could
you
be.
didn't play very well in the morning last year.
I didn't. I was really hungover. That won't happen. I'm planning on showing up rip-roaring, bushy-tailed, ready to go. So, Troy, if you win your first match, I'm coming to...
It'll be Troy or Megan. You'll get one of them.
Yeah, and I'll trounce them. Absolute monkey stomp. That's the plan.
One thing I want to point out about this group is 3 of my final 8 in the winner's bracket, females. I think this is the group of the ladies. I've got Andy Osters, Katie Pagetta, and Jo Keitel all making a run, all making it the
Estrogen
afternoon.
attack from Group C. That's happening.
I think it's going to happen. So...
Top 7.
My top 7?
Yeah,
Group
hit
1.
me.
You always got to go with the father-in-law, number 1, right? John Keitel, number 1.
I think that's a smart pick for you.
Matt Young, completely cool and calm and collective. He's been here before. He'll be number 2. Andy O at number 3. I'll take Jo Keitel. Jason Tucker, back for the first time since MB2. I think he's going to go with the pinch. Katie Pagetta at 6, and Hicks, my boy, at number 7.
Well, I've obviously picked myself to be the number 1 seed because I have high expectations. I think that's best. Don't you?
Yeah, I did the same for myself.
Good. Matt Young at 2. Jo Keitel, John Keitel, 3 and 4. Then I've got Joe Zimmerman, who had a great showing last year.
He did.
Sneaky good. Jim Shelley, and then I've got Katie McFadden. I really picked people that I had seen play. Really, that's what I went with. And then you're playing.
My playing guy, my number 8 guy, has another chance, Troy Hintz.
And I've got Matt Whitfield. Got the big M-dubs, big wit.
Let's go to Group D.
Like it.
Group D. First foursome I want to point out. I said foursome. That's funny because I'm talking about another 4 ladies. We've got Maggie Olds, Lainey Pavona, Amy Chernosky, and Dawn Jenkins.
Who the hell is Dawn Jenkins?
She's from Louisville. Sean Damron and Kevin Singleton are in their little Winnebago. They're driving up from Alabama, picking her up in Louisville, going and camping. Camping in Lansing.
Okay.
Dawn Jenkins.
Camping.
One of those 4 will be in the winner's bracket quarterfinals. The other first round match is that I want to point out, Sean Johnson.
Yep.
I have no clue who this guy is.
No. Could it be the gymnast?
Not the gymnast.
Not the gymnast?
I don't think he's the gymnast. Random guy, found our website. He's coming. He's bringing 4 of his friends. He's playing in the first round.
I love strangers. I do. Talk to strangers. That's
Sean,
what I
you're
think.
going to have a good time. But I'll tell you what, first round you're playing Dr. James Peters, my dentist. Now, I don't want to knock on Dr. Peters too much because he gives root canals.
Right. You should not knock on him.
And he's one of those dentists that has those like screens.
Is it a monitor?
A
Is it
monitor.
like a television?
Yeah, he's like super high tech. So I guarantee he's watching this webisode while like cleaning someone's
My
teeth.
dentist is like the Castaway dude with the. You have monitors at your dentist?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Dr. Peters, I'm counting on you to make a showing.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I have you losing the first round. But
working his way back in the consolation bracket.
We're going to have you work your way back. Two other things I want to point out from this Group D. Sean Damron's in this group. Another, like I already mentioned,
Just a nasty competitor.
coming from Alabama. He may love Monkeyball more than I do.
Blasphemy. Blasphemy.
It is blasphemy. He loves it. He's been studying it. He completely choked last year. And he's been talking about it ever since he lost last year.
Do the Smoko people just suck? And they come up here and just get trounced? I mean, basically Jason Selma is the only guy that could even hold his own.
I think they're going to have a better showing this year.
I feel like they got bent over last year.
They didn't have a great showing as a group last year, but now they get it. Smoko, the Southern Monkeyball Conference
get
from
it.
the Alabama, Georgia regions, they'll be bringing it. Sean Damron, I'm seeing you do well this year.
Nice. Let's get to our top 7.
Top 7.
Group D.
Group D. Sean Damron, number 1. John Hill, coming back for the first time since MB3 at number 2. Jim Blair, our MB1 champ at number 3. James Peters, Dennis guy, you're going to qualify. Tony Olds, Paul Ford, they're best buds, 5 and 6, and I'll take Carl Swan at 7.
Now, what's interesting here, Andy, is that you and I actually, out of 7 qualifiers, picked 6 out of 7 identical.
What do you have?
So, I mean, I've got Tony Olds, DJ.
Yeah.
I've got Jim Blair. I've got Sean Damron. I've got John Hill. I've got Carl Swan. I've got Paul Ford. I do not have James Peters because I don't know him. He's a stranger. He's a stranger.
But he's a great dentist. You should use him.
Well, I don't know about that. I do have Debbie Blair, Monkeyball Cougar extraordinaire. I'll take her all day.
Interesting enough, though,
We do have the same 8.
the same 8th person, Maggie Olds. Maggie, we're giving you a shot to come back and have one more game
Come on, girl.
to reach the finals.
All right, moving on. So that's our C and D. I mean,
Yeah.
we've hit some stuff here.
So we've gone through the top 16, Group
Yep.
C and D. We've given you 40 names. Each of us have given you 40 names of who's qualifying, but there's 4 more spots.
4 more spots, yes.
So we take there's 4 from the top 16 are playing 4 from these groups A, B, C, and D, and as a play-in game.
And let's tell them, we all have, both
Yeah.
of us in our brackets have the top 16 qualifier moving on to the afternoon.
So there's people that we punked from the top 16.
Maggie Olds, Matt Whitfield, who else?
No,
We
they're not
got-
from the top 16.
Oh, punked. You're saying,
the ones that we punked
right,
earlier.
we still have them moving on to the...
We
yep.
think you're making it on to the afternoon. Tomorrow. We're getting at it tomorrow.
What are you talking about, the 5th one? You talking about the 5th episode?
Tomorrow, the last episode, we're each going to give you our champion.
If you haven't printed out that PDF package by now and filled out your bracket, I mean, you're just, you're stupid.
It's a little harsh.
Well, I'm harsh. Get used to it.
Just
Also,
come back tomorrow.
come back tomorrow. We want to thank our sponsors again. Spartan Hall of Fame. We're in the coach's room. I mean, basically luxury treatment today. Who else
Big
we
B
in the
Coffee,
thing?
Casey'sHead.com.
Love it. See you tomorrow.